welcome you to the WNBA Draft 2025 presented by State Farm. Here at the Shed at Hudson Yards, the fans all filed in, the stars are out. Paige Becker's getting ready, Isaiah James in the building. How about Anissa Morrow? And you know what, Sanaya Rivers, you are correct. The WNBA been popping. That's right, Sanaya.
Well, Ryan, there are so many women whose dreams will come true tonight, but for Paige Becker, she had a very clear vision when she was just a little girl. She wrote this report at 5 years old. I'm Paige, and I like to basketball. It's so unique that that vision has become an adult reality for her. Her childhood became a thing of legends in Hopkins, Minnesota, where she became a schoolgirl legend. Then she got to UConn, and things became challenging. She only played 17 games in 2 years after injuries rocked her world, but this young woman was resilient. Gina Auriemma says she had the most unique journey of anyone I've ever coached. Paige has stayed true, and she is celebrating a national championship. She celebrated with a few of her thousands of friends in the Connecticut parade just yesterday, and now here she is. That 5-year-old little girl will hear her name called tonight. Couldn't be anything better than what we're experiencing in this moment for the WNBA.
With the first pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers, University of Connecticut.
Paige getting big hugs from mom and dad, from her teammate AZ Fudd, from her coach Gina Auriemma, and Paige Becker's teammates all here taking it in. She is officially the #1 pick of the 2025 WNBA Draft.
And you saw her give Coach Auriemma a hug. And
this reaction in Arlington, Texas. They are fired up. Paige Beckers is a member of the Dallas Wings, and she is with Holly Rowe.
Well, Paige, it's one thing to want this as a little kid. It's maybe a different thing to know maybe it's going to be you at #1, but when you hear your name called #1 in the WNBA Draft, what's racing through your mind right now?
Just an overwhelming sense of gratitude. It's super surreal just being here with other draft invitees. My teammates are here, my family's here. Just super grateful. I've been focusing on staying present, staying where my feet are, and to be here right now, I'm just extremely blessed.
You're just like touching your heart, like this is real. This really happened. That young woman that has worked so hard. You haven't had everything easy. Tell me how you fought through the hardest times to still be here, standing here against all odds.
Through my faith, through God's purpose, through my teammates, my family, the coaching staff, the strength and conditioning staff. Everybody's invested a lot in me, and part of me wanting to give back to them is show that I can be better, and all that their hard work helped me get to this stage. So I didn't do it alone. It took a village, so I'm extremely grateful for them.
I absolutely love that your village is on their feet. All of your UConn players were here giving you the standing ovation when your name is called. In an era when this could be all about you and you could be such a big star, you are constantly pouring into your teammates and making sure they get the recognition. How important has this group of women been for you?
They've changed my life. Those are my sisters. Just extremely grateful for them. I think 2 teams or 1 team would be genius to add Caitlin Chen and Aubrey Griffin to their team, so I think they should get drafted tonight. But I just love them so much, and they're going to be my sisters for life.
All right, you saw the watch party. What do you say to Dallas? You're coming there. They seem excited.
Yeah, before I was asked about Tex-Mex versus barbecue, I was unfamiliar with the term Tex-Mex, so that's my pick. But Dallas, I'm so excited. Just a new city, a new start, a fresh start, and so I'm excited. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Thank you, Paige.
Thank you.
The Seattle Storm select Dominique Malunga from France.
Well, Well, Dominique Malunga, 6'6", with incredible skill. Cannot wait to see her talent here in the WNBA. And she goes to a proud, historic franchise in Seattle that has a legacy of success.
Yeah, Seattle certainly knows how to cheer on great players and support greatness, and Dominique Malunga has the potential to be one of the greatest with what she is starting with. Think of her floor, 6'6", athletic, versatile. She can dunk effortlessly, and when you think about her adding strength, adding power, adding explosiveness, she, to me, has the highest ceiling of these draft picks because of what she is able to become. An absolute matchup nightmare. Seattle got a good one.
At all. This is a young woman who has an incredibly high ceiling.
And you can understand why that draft room is so excited to have her. And Dominique is with Holly.
I think the drinking age is younger in Europe. I'm not sure on that, but I think it's going to be okay, Rebecca. Congratulations, felicitation. You are just the 5th player from France to be selected in the first round of the WNBA. What does that mean to you to represent your country and yourself and your family who are here tonight?
Thank you so much. It's amazing to me because I come for a long journey. My family is here. They're witnesses for all the work that I put in to be here today. And I'm so happy to represent France, but not only France, Cameroon, Congo. You can see the flag on my table. I'm a multicultural person. I have a lot of people behind me, and I'm so proud to be here and to represent all of them. Shout out to my club, Lyon, my former club, Tarbes in France, French national team, and all the persons that support me from today.
I was lucky. I got to see you play in Paris at the Olympics for the French national team. You were the youngest player on that team. At 19 years old, how will you transition to the WNBA well?
I mean, I will work very hard to fit in this league because I know that it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, but I'm ready to work.
Félicitations. Bienvenue à la WNBA.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Is the pride of Eastchester and Westchester. You're a New York girl. What is it like for you to have this moment not far from where you grew up playing basketball?
Yeah, I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I think what makes it so special is that I get to do it in front of my friends and family since I am from here. So, I mean, I wouldn't be here without them. So, I mean, I'm just happy I get to share this moment with them.
William, Yolanda, your boyfriend Maris is here. For the record, you got drafted higher than he did in the NFL, so shout out to the girls. I know they've all poured into you and made you such a special player. What are you grateful for?
Yeah, I mean, just grateful for all their support, all the time that they invested into me. I mean, my family, my friends, my coaches, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, and again, I wouldn't be here without them. So.
Okay, very quick. Coach Ivy, these are the words she said about you. Glue, poise, scoring threat, all 3 levels, jack of all trades, best on-ball defender. And that is a team that included Hannah Hidalgo. You really can do everything. How can you do that in the W?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep working hard, keep trying to get better. And, I mean, I have amazing women to learn from in the league. But, yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep trying to play both sides of the ball, and just be myself.
Great off the ball, too. You're going to be great.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
The Washington Mystics select Okikiola Iriafen, University of Southern California.
Well, there you go. Kiki Iriafen goes 4th overall. So you get the versatile guard. Now you get the versatile post. Lindsay Gottlieb, her coach, soaking it all in. And one thing we've seen from Kiki as well, she has had some of her best performances on the biggest stage. You think about 41 in the second round last year, 36 in the Sweet 16 this year. This is a really talented player.
You really did have to reinvent yourself at times throughout your college career, and at every moment you've been able to shine. I know you're shining brighter than ever. You wanted to talk about your dress tonight. We don't always do that with everyone, but it was important to you, right?
Yes, I wanted to look good. I wanted to feel good. This dress was designed by a Nigerian designer, Nneka Alexander, and I just wanted to show off my culture on this big stage.
I know your family's in the audience, and they are also showing off their beautiful culture as well. What do you say to your mom and your dad? I know your grandparents are in Nigeria. I'm not sure if they're staying up this late to watch or getting up this early, but what do you say to your family?
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without them. My parents sacrificed so much for me, my village, my coaches, just everybody in my circle. So I'm just super grateful, and this is for them, truly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Washington Mystics select Georgia A. Moore, University of Kentucky.
You see Russell Westbrook applauding. He styled Georgia A. Moore tonight, the first NBA player to ever outfit a WNBA draftee. And Georgia is going to Washington with the 6th overall pick.
Family is here. Phil, Kelly, your parents. Ballarat, Australia is a long way away. How did this journey start for you to be standing on this stage tonight?
Yeah, well, first of all, congrats to Sony and Kiki. I've always said I want to play with Sony, and I love Kiki deep down to the core, so I'm excited to be with them. I'm excited to be with the Mystics. But Ballarat, man, that's a long way away. But I've taken every opportunity that's opened up, made the most of it, and now I'm here.
Okay, I have to say this one for the shorties because I've never been taller than a draft pick. I'm so excited right now. But you are literally I'm in heels, let's be fair. But you are an athlete. I think people get caught up in size instead of your skill. You played cricket, netball, taekwondo, Australian rules football. You are a competitor at the highest level. How can you bring that to the league?
Yeah, I think just for as long as people have called me too short, I've been working on how to counteract that. You know, it's not a shock to me. I know that I have to work in different ways, use my brain a little bit more, but with my competitive background, I think I have a little bit of that dog in me that's going to keep me fighting.
Best step back ever. How did you develop that move? Like literally you gain space.
Yeah, these quads and Coach Brooks.
All right, thanks for showing them off, Russell Westbrook. Good job showing off the quads. Thank you.
Holly.
The Connecticut Sun select Anissa Morrow, Louisiana State University.
Well, Kim Mulkey applauding as Anissa celebrates after going 7 overall to the Connecticut Sun. And it's funny, Dre, you talk about the personality of the Connecticut Sun, and Anissa Morrow really fits into that mold of that tough grinder. Just an incredible collegiate career.
Well, and I look at the table that you're sitting at. Your parents were great athletes at Nebraska. Even your grandma Julia played basketball. How has this family poured into you to make you the athlete and competitor that you are?
Yes. They challenge me every day to work as hard as I possibly can. Growing up on the south side of Chicago was hard, and just continuing to push and thrive to be the best person that I possibly could be. Try to set that example for those behind me that's looking up, and they want to be able to accomplish what I have, and I feel like I've done a great job with that.
Your coach, Kim Mulkey, said something to me this year that was really interesting. She said, Anissa is not hungry, she's starving. Your work ethic is unparalleled. What can you be in the WNBA?
I feel like I could go in there and try to be unstoppable. I want to go up in there and work as hard as I possibly can and come in there as confident as I possibly can as well. And just learn from my bets. Be a sponge and learn as much as I can.
You've shown that you can do that all along the way. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Connecticut Sun select Sanaya Rivers from NC State.
We've seen Sanaya Rivers help lead NC State on deep tournament runs, including the Final Four a season ago. A very athletic, talented lead guard, coached by Wes Moore at NC State, here to take in this moment. And now Sanaya headed to Connecticut to join Anissa Morrow.
Sanaya Rivers, a 6'1" long guard, and you mentioned she played lead guard for NC State, but she will most likely fill the wing position in the WNBA and can do.
I wanted to talk about your family tonight. Both of your parents played, Jimmy and Dee. Tell me what you want to say about your family.
I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Man, I came from riches, but I came from a family of love. And just the fact that they're here supporting me, they're all in the stands, it just means the world to me. They've sacrificed a lot to get me here, so I'm more than grateful.
Shout out Wilmington, right?
Shout out Wilmington.
Tell me a little bit. Every time I watch you play, I feel like you unlock something else. You've just begun to scratch the surface of what you can be. What can you be?
I think I can be great in this league. I think I just need confidence. I think I need to be surrounded around a great team, great coaching staff. I feel like I'm versatile. I feel like I can bring whatever I need to a team, whatever they need, defensive end, offensive end. Yeah, I'm just ready to be able to be a sponge and grasp whatever I can from my vets.
Can't wait to watch you play. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Los Angeles Sparks select Sarah Ashley Barker, University of Alabama.
So Sarah Ashley Barker spent her first 2 collegiate seasons at Georgia, transferred to Alabama, first team All-SEC each of her final 2 seasons, and is now headed to a really interesting LA Sparks team.
And this is a
Well, I wanted to remind everyone who's watching, yes, you are that young woman who had to hit those 3 free throws to get to overtime. You dropped 45 points in a double overtime game. You are made of some steel inside. Where does that come from?
My mom. I mean, she is just my hero, my best friend. I'm getting emotional just because she's just the most amazing woman ever. And I love you so much, Mom.
Okay, Mom must be tough, because we also know how tough Dad is. He won a national championship as a quarterback at Alabama. Your family has helped you in a lot of different ways. What's the most impactful way they've helped you to become a top 10 WNBA draft pick?
I've got 3 brothers, and so I grew up playing basketball in the driveway with them. My twin brother takes credit for all of my basketball success. I'll give it to you, Harrison. But I just have family that supports me and loves me so much, and I could not do it without them.
He's a quarterback, right?
That's right.
All right, shout out Harrison, twins, all right? Well, congratulations, LA will be a great spot for you. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
The Chicago Sky select Aisha Sivka from Slovenia.
Well, we've seen some serious international talent in this draft.
Come from Slovenia, you're known as a great shooter, but you have a favorite WNBA player. Who do you compare yourself to sometimes?
I love to watch Leonie Phoebe. I think a lot of people compare me to her. And I think my idol is also Brianna Stewart.
You know, you have such a similar game. You're such a great shooter, but I see your dad. He was a good player, too. He's down here taking pictures on his phone. How special is it for your dad, who helped you become a player as a little girl, be here to watch this tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing because of him. He was always my idol, so it really means a lot to me that he's here. So, yeah, I'm just grateful.
Thank you so much.
You've talked about how unique the journey is for Paige. You've been through a lot of these nights with your players throughout the years.
Yeah.
What kind of things are you thinking about and feeling watching Paige tonight as she's picked #1 overall?
A lot of times it goes pretty smoothly. You know, you go in as a freshman, you play a little bit, or you play a lot, you have success or you don't, and you keep building on it every year, somewhat uninterrupted. I think there may have been a time during Paige's sophomore and junior year maybe where I wouldn't have questioned her if you start thinking, is this going to be my career?
Yeah.
Is this going to define my career? How many games I didn't play in? How many games I didn't win? How many Final Fours I didn't make? Or how many national championships I didn't win? And that's a lot, you know, when somebody's anointed you as the, you know, next great player at UConn. So for it to end the way it ended, it's almost like prophetic.
If Chris Koklanis, the coach of the Dallas Wings, calls you and says, what's the best piece of advice you can give me as I now embark on coaching Paige Bueckers, what would your advice be?
Pretend that everything's okay. Be ready for her to challenge you, and you should challenge her. She's going to be a risk taker, and you're going to have to live with some of the risks because most times they actually pay off. And that at the end of the day, just keep in mind, she wants to win as much as you do, and she'll spend more time in the gym than you do. So it's a home run for both of them.
Another thing that Coach Koklanis can bank on is Paige to give credit to her teammates. She did it at the desk with us after the national championship. She advocated for 2 of her teammates to get drafted tonight. How would you describe her commitment to uplifting her team?
She's been like that with everyone, really. She's one of those kids that gets a lot given to her, and she's earned all of it. But everything that she gets, there's not one thing that she gets that she doesn't share it with her teammates, with the support staff. She's got this party tonight. There's like, I don't know, 15 managers and practice players all invited to the party. She's just one of those kids that's more giving. She gets a lot, but she gives a lot back.
Chicago Sky select Haley Van Lith, Texas Christian University.
You see a huge hug from Haley Van Lith with mom and dad, regular fixtures during her games throughout her collegiate career. Her boyfriend, NBA star Jalen Suggs in the building, and Haley Van Lith, a first-round pick after just a terrific season at TCU, taking 3 different schools to the Elite Eight throughout her collegiate career, and now headed to the Chicago Sky.
So when you were a kid, your dad would rent out the elementary school across the street so you could work out at 4 a.m. Everyone always says your work ethic is like no one else's. How do you say thank you to your family for pushing you and helping you to get here and be a top draft pick?
Yeah, I think the biggest way I can say thank you is continue to pursue my dreams. A lot of the reason why I keep going is because I look back at them and they just have poured so much into me that I want to take this dream as far as I can. So shout out to my blue-collar parents who busted their butt every morning and provided for our family because they built the foundation of my game.
You didn't have to reinvent yourself this year. You had to prove to yourself how good you still were. How did you do that?
Through faith. 100%. God carried me through the lows of my life when I wasn't able to get up and walk. So my faith has meant everything, but also learning that it's okay to embrace who you are and walk in that energy has meant everything this year for me.
Okay, good energy with Courtney Vandersloot. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dallas Wings select Isaiah James, NC State.
Oh, you love the family handshake there with Isaiah, who this is a player who over the last couple of years, how many times were we all at an NC State game watching Wes Moore's team where Isaiah James would deliver a huge performance against some of the best teams in the country?
She can go on an absolute heater. We have seen Isaiah James be unstoppable with the ball in her hand. She is a lefty. She can get into her shot. She can get to the rim. She can knock down threes.
Arlington, they're celebrating the addition of Isaiah James, and Isaiah is with Holly.
Well, Isaiah, you told me earlier one of the things that you were the most proud of is how far you've come. This wasn't always a promise to be a first-round draft pick. What are you the most proud of on your journey?
Like you said, my upcoming, my first 2 years, not many people knew my name. I worked hard, I grinded that summer, and, my junior year, I came out the gate busting people to hills, and, it got me where I came, so yes.
Coach Wes Moore would talk about you had to be patient to get your turn. When you got it and developed those skills, how did you make the most of that opportunity?
I'm so grateful for Coach Moore. People don't want to sit on the bench, but I feel like that was a humbling moment for me. I was a sponge, and I learned from my vets, and I stayed quiet and waited for my turn. When my number was called, I was ready.
The game is loud now, which is a good thing. I know your mom is here, your brother's here, but you wanted to remember someone special to you tonight. Tell me about AJ.
Yes, in 2020, my brother passed away. He might not be here today, but he's sitting at that table right now, and I'm so glad to see him right now.
All right, special shout out to him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here at the Shed at Hudson Yards, the tweets are flowing. Dejanay Carrington welcoming her new teammate, Paige Beckers, who's the #1 overall pick Arike Agumbawale, who's been anticipating this, doing the same. FC Dallas ready to welcome a new star in a different sport to their city. And Alyssa Smith also saying welcome to the Wings to Paige Beckers. Ryan.
Las Vegas Aces select Aaliyah Nye from the University of Alabama.
Well, you love when this happens. Aaliyah Nye in the crowd today, supporting her teammate, and she gets selected with the first pick of the second round.
Just come to support your teammate. You thought that there was a good chance you'd get drafted. You've come prepared with the outfit. Why did you believe so much in yourself in this moment?
I just have a support system. My mom, dad, sisters, coaches, they've all believed in me, and they've given me the confidence, so I just give thanks to them.
Going to an organization like Las Vegas that has, double two-time champions, all of the great players that you can surround yourself with, what are you the most excited about?
I'm just ready to learn from all the vets there and just work hard and, just learn.
All right, you understood the assignment, not only in the crowd, getting drafted tonight too. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Dallas Wings select Madison Scott, Ole Miss.
Well, Madison Scott headed to Dallas, their third selection of the evening in these first 14 picks. And she will join Isaiah James and Paige Beckers with the Wings.
Kurt Miller told me that one of the things they were looking for in this draft was wing depth. And he said draftees will want to hear their name called at 12 and 14 because Dallas has space on their roster. And Madison Scott, a 6'2" player with 6'5" wingspan, brings a great amount of versatility. She can guard 1 through 5 at times.
Madison, you just had a hug with your family members at the table that was just choking me up. There's a lot of love in your family. Tell me, what is your why? You wanted to talk about what has motivated you to be standing here tonight.
Those people right there, my circle, my siblings, London, Summer, Zion, I hope I'm showing them that they can do anything they put their mind to. So, yeah, I just want to show them the right way to do things.
You have done that. Coach Yolette says that you are Ole Miss basketball, the love that community has for you. You've already started your own foundation. What can the Dallas fans look forward to that you are going to pour into that community as well?
Just me continuing to do that work. I know that God brought me here to give back, I know I wouldn't be here without others giving back to me. So it doesn't matter that the platform changed. I'm going to continue to do what God brought me here to do and give back and just be the best that I can be.
Okay, you did beat Baylor with a game-winning shot to get to the Sweet 16 this year. They're going to forgive you. You are going to love this young woman. I promise you. You are going to bring a lot to Dallas. Thank you so much. So much love to you.
Thank you.
Golden State Valkyries select Cheyenne Sellers, University of Maryland.
You see the emotion from Cheyenne Sellers, a 3-time first-team All-Big Ten player who is the only player in Maryland history with 1,500 points, 500 rebounds, and 500 assists in her career. Giving a big hug to her head coach, Brenda Freeze, and headed to an enticing situation in Golden State.
Yeah, big hug to your mom. You've got a special tattoo on your arm. I want to get it right. Living strong, fighting long. What has your mother meant to you? I know that you wanted to say something special to her tonight.
She's my heart and soul. Genuinely, just a fighter. With MS, she shows how important it is to battle. You can either feel sorry for yourself or rise to the occasion.
She's helped teach you to be a strong young lady. You told me earlier this year you are a matchup nightmare. Rebecca Lobo was just detailing how great you can be, a big guard in the WNBA, and now you'll get a chance with a franchise that's just getting started. How can you go in and make a name for yourself quickly?
Just be me, soak it up,
Obviously, I'm excited to play with Chloe B. It's just super amazing.
All right, this is the second best thing that happened to her this week. You also got engaged, so shout out on the biggest week of your life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Show off that ring. Okay, nicely done, Cheyenne.
The Atlanta Dream select Tahina Palpal from the University of South Carolina.
You see the reaction from Tahina, not here tonight in Oceanside, California because of a family health matter, but surrounded by loved ones and able to celebrate. We saw our head coach, Dawn Staley, celebrating this moment.
You are so proud of your Samoan culture, and you have been so vocal about it and proud of how your family has poured into you. We see you in your traditional dress tonight. What are you so proud of that you can share with us?
Just we're a family unit. I mean, I'm so blessed to be Samoan, and you know, when you think of Samoan, you think of family and unity and togetherness, and that's. And I'm just ready to bring that culture to Atlanta.
Junior Seau is her uncle, Megan Ferremo, the great UCLA pitcher, Fale Avul that won a national championship at Oklahoma. The whole family's really good at everything they do. Shout out to everybody, and Tahina, we can't wait to watch you play in the WNBA.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You had to trust in the process. You told me that it was important for you to trust. Why?
I mean, the Lord just told me to trust. My mama told me to trust. My support system told me to trust, and I did exactly that.
Coach Staley has been singing your praises all year about what a leader. When we ask who's the most important voice on that team, it was your teammates that said you. How can you bring that piece of yourself to the WNBA and to the LA Sparks?
Well, I mean, I feel like it helps me a lot. I feel like it helps me as a player and as a teammate just to be vocal and to tell my teammates what it is.
Your family's here tonight. I know they've meant so much to you. Your mom was a great player herself, right? Tell me what your family means to you here tonight in this beautiful moment.
I mean, my family means a lot to me. I mean, I wouldn't be here where I am now without them. So just them, seeing them there and just supporting me as much as they do, I love it.
All right, we'll see you in LA. What a great job.
Thank you.
Los Angeles Sparks select Sanaya Fagan from the University of South Carolina.
Sanaya Fagan exchanging big hugs with her support system, Dawn Staley and the South Carolina coaching staff here to see the third member of their team go tonight. And
Seattle Storm select Serena Sundell, Kansas State University.
well, you guys talk about not when, but where. And Serena Sundell goes to a place that has quite the history of successful guards in the Seattle Storm.
And a place that needs a combo guard, and that's what Serena Sundell can be. This is a young woman at 6'2", led the nation in assists per game this past season.
What it's like to hear your name called and know you're going to such a great team.
Yeah, I'm just excited, full of gratitude, excited to be on this big stage and for the opportunity that's about to come.
Your brother had an interesting situation. He's now playing for, I think it's the Seattle Seahawks. So that kind of worked out, right?
I would say so, yes. My parents are thrilled. I'm thrilled. It'll be perfect, yes.
He was undrafted and had to make a team. What have you learned from him about how you can go in and make this roster?
Yeah, I think that's just an incredible story. All you need is one opportunity and go make the most of it.
You just got your opportunity tonight. I can't wait to watch you make the most of it.
Thanks, Holly.
Thank you.
Golden State Valkyries select Caitlin Chen, University of Connecticut.
Be their primary playmaker and shot taker. And then at UConn, she was able to fit in with the superstars that she was surrounded by. play her role, make big shots in big moments.
And that's the thing about Caitlin Chen is she had so many pieces around her. She didn't always have to take over offensively, but we saw big-time performances in the NCAA tournament, Ryan. What immediately comes to mind is the game against USC when she dropped 15 points in 31 minutes. She was needed in that game and able to rise to the occasion for her team.
And what a beautiful moment. You heard the explosion from the crowd here as Caitlin Chen gets picked 30th overall, going to the Golden State Valkyries. Just an outstanding moment here in New York City for Caitlin Chen.
The Minnesota Lynx select Aubrey Griffin, University of Connecticut.
You see the hugs from the Connecticut teammates. Paige Becker's getting in there, Leah Edwards. And so Aubrey Griffin becomes the second UConn player in this third round to be selected out of the crowd tonight here to support Paige Beckers. She advocated for Aubrey and for Caitlin Chen, and now they both get picked. Just how wonderful.
Stop, boy. I'm mic'd up. I'm mic'd up. Do I have to get up and hug you again? No. Look, he's got my favorite color in his suit.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're gonna hold this up real quick.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah!
Yeah, Ted!